जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजना यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजना यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजना यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitya Gaura Haribol, 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 Haribol. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivajagacharya
Ashtottara Satasri Srimad His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki, ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Prabhupada Anuga ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Guranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Daivim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Someone else is giving lecture, I cannot give lecture. We have been reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna's pastimes in this Kartik month, and trying to each day focus on one wonderful Leela of Krishna. Today we shall read the Leela of Brahma stealing the calves and gopas of Krishna. I will read a few shloka. This is a famous shloka from the Srimad Bhagavatam describing very beautifully how Krishna looks in the forest and how he is so beautifully engaged with all the cowherd boys in performing various pastimes in the forest of Vrindavana. This is particularly very beautiful. Even the gopis all wait to see Krishna going to the forest, coming back from the forest, because he looks very, very beautiful, very energetic, very youthful, and very wonderful with all his friends, the cowherd boys. So this is a story about how Krishna going to the forest with his cowherd boys. Every day he was actually killing one demon as a hobby before taking prasadam. You all go for morning walk before taking breakfast. Krishna killed one demon before taking lunch. After rearing the cows, after playing with his boys, he has personal activity, he kills a demon. And these demons are so amazing. They are all not ordinary demons. They don't look like ordinary human beings also. They come in shapes and sizes. They are all sorts of forms they can take. They can come in shapes and sizes that you cannot think of. But the interesting thing is that when Mother Yashoda comes and tells, Mother Yashoda is telling, shouting and telling, enough playing, all of you, Krishna, Balaram, come for eating, lunchtime. They don't come. They're very busy playing with all the boys and everybody. Very busy playing. And then she yells again. They don't listen. You know, boys, they don't, they're very absorbed. So Mother Yashoda tell Rohini, you go and get them. So Rohini, Balaram's mother, will go all the way and tell Krishna, Balarama, time up. time for taking lunch. Nanda Maharaja is waiting for taking lunch with you. Enough of playing. Come. And because Rohini has come, Balaram will say, one minute, just a little bit, 1 minute, just finish and come. And Krishna also will say, just a little bit coming. And then she'll wait for a little time and again she'll say, come. And they both will say, come here, please, a little bit. And then Rohini will come back. I cannot tell them to come back. They don't listen to me. So she'll go and tell Yashoda, see, only if you go, they'll come. I cannot convince them to come. So Yashoda will say, look at her angrily and say, put her sari inside a little bit, raise it, and then go with the stick. She'll go outside to them and say, Krishna, Balarama, are you going to come now immediately or not? There is a big demon, Halabalu. A big demon is coming. There's news all over Vrindavana. His mouth is like this, so big. And his face is like this. His teeth are like this. He's got horns like this. His eyes are hanging out. And he's so huge. Whole Vrindavana is afraid. Are you going to come or not? Immediately Krishna and Balaram stopped and looked at each other. Halabalu? You've not heard of that demon. Because every day he's killing one demon. Which demon is Halabalu demon? They were asking to each other. And Balaram also said, I don't know. Mother is come, better be careful. Halabalu. So then they looked at each other and they looked at Yashoda and Yashoda said, there, he's coming behind you, he's coming behind you. Immediately Krishna and Balaram got very afraid. And they ran towards Yashoda. Halabalu is coming. And Yashoda said, come, quickly. Took them inside, give them a wash and all that. Don't go outside today. Halabalu demon is wrong. Oh, I said, not going. They sat down for taking prasadam with Nanda Maharaj. And Nanda Maharaj said, so how was it today? What did you do? We heard about the Halabalu demon from Mother. Ma told us about Halabalu. Yeah, what is it? Who is it? It described a demon. And then Krishna was winking at Balarama. Very fierce demon. Very fierce demon. And even now, if you go to this place, there is a place called Halabalu demon, and there's a huge rock there looking like a funny face of a demon. When Yashoda Mai was able to say this, they got afraid and they came. And they were in the fear. But when Krishna goes out, where there is no Yashoda Mai, only Gopas are there with her, he kills horrible demons. Much more than the Halabalu demon that Yashoda Mai is speaking about. So here is the story of Aghasura demon being killed. I won't go into those details, but it's a big story of Aghasura, who became a big snake. Kamsa's younger brother, Bakasura's younger brother and Putana's younger brother. Both Putana and Bakasura already killed by Krishna. So brother got angry, family member, my siblings were killed by Krishna, I'll come and kill him. So he took the form of a huge snake, opened his mouth and stood there. And all the cowherd boys said, what is this wonderful thing standing here like this? Very nice. It's like a big cave. You can go and play inside. So they went inside. They're telling, can we go inside? Can we go inside? They're asking Krishna, but Krishna did not say anything because he knows it is not just a cave. But they all went inside. Anyway, whatever happens, Krishna will protect us. What does it matter? So they were very confident. They went inside. But this Aghasura did not close the mouth because he has come for Krishna, not for other cowherd boys. She was waiting for Krishna to enter. Krishna finally decided, okay, another nice game I have to play today before lunch. So he went inside and he expanded himself in the throat of Aghasura, choked him, went inside, burst out and came out with all the... It's a big description in the Bhagavad. But somebody was watching this from above. Brahma, he watched. And he thought, this small cowherd boy is able to kill this Aghasura? He for a moment boom, shifted to think that he's a cowherd boy. Chinna pasu megra paiyan. How is he able to do this? Let me see. After killing the Magasura demon, they were so happy and they were whistling and everything, and they came jumping and they said, now they're all very hungry. So Krishna found a nice place near the forest. Beautiful shade. Today you can go and see that's called Bhojanasthali. It's a very nice rocky place with trees and everything. And there is special automatic in the, automatically formed like plates in the rocks. That is where they all ate. They ate on lotus leaves, on palm leaves, and this leaf, and they put their, tiffin box, they opened and they started eating. That is the description given here. They were eating their lunch. They enjoyed their lunch very much. Talking to each other, eating from each other's box. Everybody was carrier, they're eating from his tiffin carrier, and they're exchanging food. How is this possible? How is it that he is doing this? Is the question of Parikshit Maharaj. He is so difficult to approach, so difficult to even know, so difficult to offer things to, and he will accept. So many rules and regulations are there. But in Vrindavana, very easily they can give him. And he's offering and taking. It is mentioned that while such things were going on, there was Madhu Mangala. Madhu Mangala is a very nice Brahmin boy, fat. I told you the other day he eats laddus and he grows fat. He was poor, so that day he did not bring anything much in his house. So his mother gave him some bottle of buttermilk. That's all, I'm sorry. So he did not join the crowd, it seems. This is in local Vrindavana, they'll tell you the story. He did not join the crowd. He went a little away into the bushes and he was a little sad. I cannot join the crowd of people because they will ask me, open your tiffin box. I don't have tiffin box, and they'll eat from there and I will not give anything. Feeling. So Krishna found out that he is not there. So Krishna went inside the bushes and saw Madhu Mangala and asked him, hey, why are you not joining? Then he says, okay, I'm not hungry, you people eat. I came to see something here and chant some mantras. I have to learn. He said, no. Come eat and then you can go and do mantras. Then he said, what is it? You are looking a little different. And then he explained that, I don't have to explain to you. So Krishna found out, and Madhu Mangal said, no, I don't want to come now. I'll just drink this buttermilk my mother has given me and I'll go ahead. So he quickly drank the buttermilk, afraid that Krishna will do something. He drank the buttermilk fully, quickly. So Krishna said, why you drank without giving me the buttermilk? And so Krishna actually slapped his cheek like this. All the buttermilk came out. And he got all the buttermilk into his mouth and drank it. So, oh, so tasty. Why did you not give me this buttermilk? Such was the things that Krishna did. He drank what came out of his mouth and he said, come with me. You are drinking this buttermilk all around without giving all of us. He joined him into this thing. In this way, he was doing so many things there, which is very amazing. Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, accepting this type of food from his friends. That is why Brahma was very surprised. Who is this boy? He's so powerful, so popular with this thing. I want to show. I want to see his power. he became, it's called Brahma Vimohana Leela. Brahma became illusioned. So what he did, as Krishna was eating, the boys were all, oh, I forgot to tie my calf up. I forgot to this. They'll go away somewhere inside. It will be very difficult to get them. So they were leaving their food and getting up. Krishna said, don't get up. Don't get up. All of you sit down and eat. I will go and tie off the calves. Don't worry. So it seems Krishna was eating curd rice. Tight sadam. It is mentioned he had pickles between his fingers. And he was eating, it is mentioned here, he was eating yogurt rice, curd rice. He took that along with the rice and he went walking for the calves. When he went there, by the time Brahma, what he did? Brahma said, I want to play some trick on this person to see. So he stole the calves. All the calves that were roaming, all of the calves he took away. Because this is the age of Krishna, he is only given calves, not given the cows. So all the calves he took away. The Krishna went here and there with this Tairisadam and his hands. He said, oh, where are all the calves? So he came back to the place where everybody was eating. He saw that nobody is there also. All the cowherd boys also gone. Then he was wondering, what is happening? Because Brahma, when he went, he had taken away the calves. When he went, he left the cowherd boys, and when there, he came here and took the cowherd boys also. With his magic mantra, he took them. And he hid them in a big cave in his place, inside. And then he wanted to come and see. Now see what he's doing. No calves, no gopas. What he will do alone? Let us see. So Brahma did this very dangerous thing with Krishna in the forest. Nobody is there. Only Brahma, Krishna, the cows, the calves and the cowherd boys, the gopas. So Krishna looked around here and there for some time and he just thought very deeply and he understood that Brahma is doing this. So he thought immediately, okay, I will do something now which will not only give pleasure to Brahma, to everybody. And he expanded himself into all the calves that were lost. All the cowherd boys that were lost, all came out of him. Instantly, boom, they were all again there. They were eating and Krishna joined them. And the calves were all there. Again, he brought them. So Brahma came and saw, again calves are there, gopas are there, but I just now took them. So he went back to the cave and saw, they're here also. Then he went back and saw that there also. He became disturbed. What is happening? I thought he became bewildered. He started thinking, what's happening? I am Brahma. I am secondary creator. Visarga. I only create all the bodies of the living entities. I create everything together. I am bewildered. Something is happening here. Then he came to see Krishna. Gave him darshan. When he came and saw, it is mentioned here, very beautifully described, we don't have much time. Very beautifully described that he came and saw and Krishna showed him. He showed himself as Vasudeva, four-handed. And all the gopas and everybody four-handed as Vasudeva. So many Krishnas he saw. All of them expanded means they are all Krishna only. Then all the calves are also Krishna, came out of Krishna. He became completely bewildered. That evening, Krishna went back as usual. All his expanded portions were the gopas and the calves. Actually, they are not the original gopas who went to the forest. The calves are not the original calves that went to the forest. He went back like this, take them and went. That evening, all the mothers came with great affection for their child. And they embraced and started kissing the child and taking him and feeling tremendous love for the child. All the gopis experienced that. All the elderly gopis experienced that. Why am I having so much affection for my child today? Why? Because Every one of them is Krishna expanded, not your regular child. And they were kissing and they were so happy and they were feeding the child breast milk and all sorts of things they were doing. And they were very happy. It's mentioned that all the elderly gopis were many times looking at Krishna and saying, what a wonderful child he is. I wish to have a child like this. Natural motherly feeling. Because they will all catch hold of him somewhere. Hey, Krishna, come here. And he will very nicely reciprocate with them. He will stand there and then they will say, I brought something sweet for you. But you must dance, then I'll give you sweet. So they will all go around him and they'll watch him dance. So for the sake of the sweet, he will dance. He will dance, then he will sing in the raga, which is so sweet. And they'll all be laughing at how sweetly he's dancing. You know, he's got his small legs and he's got his ankle bells, ching chick, he will dance. And he's saying, give the sweet, give the sweet. So it was very sweet for them to see his beautiful pastimes. And in this way, they will give him. And sometimes they will sit and joke with him and ask him, Krishna, why did you this? And he will say some answer. So one day they are all sitting together, many of the elderly gopis together, and Krishna was sitting in the middle and he was answering them and they were all laughing. They asked him, who among us you like the best? They asked question. So what he did, he looked at everybody. Then he went through them and went behind a very old lady, one old gopi. He went and sat in her lap. And they asked him, why are you going and sitting in the old lady says this thing? No, both of us are similar, he said. I don't have teeth, she also doesn't have teeth, so I am very friendly with her. He was also joking with them. They all started laughing. Why? I don't have teeth. She also does not have teeth much. So we both have something in common. So they were laughing. Like this, he was enthralling them. So they were thinking always how nice it is to have a child like this. So Krishna wanted to satisfy them. I'll be your child. You can feed me breast milk. You can look after me. You can bathe me. You can give alankar to me. You can do many, many things. In this way, he gave them the opportunity. I'll be your son. For 1 full year, nobody knew that this is not the original Gopa. The mothers were enjoying the company of Krishna, thinking he is my child. But he was looking exactly like the child. In this way, 1 year passed. 1 year passed, and one day when the Gopas and the calves were, in the forest, the elderly cowherd men brought the cows on top of the hill. Then the cows saw their calves. Their calves, actually Krishna expanded as the calves. They saw them and suddenly started running from the top of the hill with their tail in the sky like this, with great love and affection, and milk was pouring from their udder. And they came and licked their calves so much. All the cows came down. And from there, the elderly Gopas were, what happened suddenly? And Balaram was watching. And he noticed, there is something here very strange. Why the cows are showing so much love for their calves now, all of a sudden, in the middle of the day? In the middle of the day. So he thought and he told Krishna, is something here different? He asked, tell me there is something here. Krishna will not hide anything from Balarama. So he told him, this is what happened. This is what has happened. So Balaram understood, all of them are Krishna. The calves, the Gopas, all are Krishna expanded. That is when Brahma came for, he understood that I have done some very big mistake. I have played the fool with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Param Tattva, absolute truth. So he came down and he offered his obeisances, namaskara. And he prayed to Krishna, who was standing with his hand near a tree, under a tree, which still, he saw that he still got the same yogurt rice. 1 year later, 1 year later, as though nothing has happened, again the cowboys were sitting there and Krishna came with that and joined. And Brahma paid his obeisances and asked pardon. Krishna did not say anything much to Brahma. He didn't even speak much. He didn't even speak much. So this is cited here as Brahma Vimohana Leela. It's a very amazing thing. Because what happened is, there were 3 sets of gopas and calves. One is the real gopas and calves. They were hidden by Krishna also somewhere. Brahma cannot touch them. Brahma took and went false calves and gopas created by Krishna instantly for the sake of Brahma. He took them and hid in the cave. Then Krishna also expanded as gopas and calves. 3 sets of gopas and calves were in the whole Leela. Nobody knew it. Krishna instantly performed this Leela. For 1 year, nobody knew. 1 full year. And then everything was back to as though nothing has happened. So Brahma became very bewildered. My God, even I can never do anything like this. Brahma understood my powers are nothing in front of Krishna. Nothing in front of Krishna. So same way, anybody who gets a little power in this world, he thinks he's very powerful, becomes very proud, becomes very puffed up. He doesn't know the power of Krishna. This is a lesson taught by Krishna to Brahma. Taught to Brahma. And Brahma is the most intelligent living entity in this universe. Most intelligent person. He got bewildered. He forgot who is Krishna. Right? So the story goes further into Lord Chaitanya's Leela. It is mentioned there is Brahma Sarovar, Brahma Kund, Brahma Sarovar in Vrindavan. You see, Brahma became very anxious. I have done this very big mistake. And it seems he took bath there before coming to Krishna to pray. And Krishna ate in the Bhojanasthali and he wanted to wash his hands. So he came to this kund to wash hands. Brahma became a fish. And he said, something will fall, Mahaprasad will fall from Krishna's lotus hands. All that he has eaten, that at least I will get and be excused. But it seems Krishna saw immediately that it's Brahma as a fish. And he turned around the other side and washed his hands on the shore. So Brahma became very anxious. He needs some mercy. It is why it is mentioned that he went to Navadvip, Mayapur. Antardvip, the center portion. He came there and performed penances. I've done a very big mistake. I have, when a very intelligent person does something that is obviously wrong. If your son is very intelligent and he obviously did some mistake, you know that he knows that he has done mistake. So you don't tell anything. Because you don't tell anything, the son will become even more worried. Say something to me. Scold me. Correct me. But the best way to do it to an intelligent person is to completely neglect him. He will learn better. So Brahma was neglected by Krishna. So he was determined to get the mercy of Krishna. So he came to Mayapur, to Antardvip, and he did Ghora Tapasya. Because he heard about Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is very, very merciful, more merciful than Krishna. Krishna will appear as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to appear. So he came and he meditated and did tapasya. And Gauranga Mahaprabhu appeared to him much before he actually appeared in this world. And Brahma surrendered to him and said, you have to show me mercy. And Gauranga Mahaprabhu is known to have said, don't worry, you will appear with me. You are Brahma. You will appear with me when I come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You will be Haridas Thakur. You will be born in a Muslim family and you will preach the holy name. In this way, Brahma appeared as Haridas Thakur in Lord Chaitanya Leela. And he got punishment. I want some punishment for what I did. So in that Leela, he went through a different type of a prasad. So in this way, Brahma Vimohana Leela has got a lot of connotations and a wonderful Leela performed by the Lord. So we should understand that we have a little, some energy, some power, some capacity, some ability. We become very proud thinking, I am rich, I am that, I am this. Yesterday I was in Hyderabad and I attended a very big program with a very rich man who has 32 colleges and with a very famous movie star, Chiranjeevi. We were together and I saw that famous college man was speaking a lot about himself because normally he didn't have much opportunity. And all the students were hearing, what is he speaking about himself? We all have the tendency to want to be recognized for the little something that we do. Yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam Srimad urjitam evava tattat eva vagachatvam mamatejo amsha sambhavam atava bahunaitena kim gyatena tavarjuna vrishtabhyaham idam krishnam ekamshena stito jagat. Krishna is revealing his greatness in the 10th chapter. And he's telling whatever I've told you is a very small spark of the big fire. So Krishna's greatness is unlimited. You become a little spark and you think you're very big. You're a fire, you think. So this material world filled with people who have little good karma, who think they are very great. Some of them really think they are God. You must worship me as God. They expect. They do not know what is the meaning of power and the powerful. If you read Bhagavad Gita very carefully, you will understand Krishna is revealing himself as the origin of everything. Mattaha parataram na anyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. I am the root and truth of everything. So even Brahma, he starts thinking, what to speak of you and me? Very small people. I own one car, one flat. Therefore, I am very great. I came from this gramam and so day. I was having a chai kadai and now I have become this. What do you think of me? He'll go to his village and think very big. And the same way, somebody else in the city will go to America and he'll, make some money. He'll come back here and show off. What do you think? I've got, 5 flats and 2 BMWs. And, and somebody else is thinking great. Somebody is thinking like that. Somebody is thinking, I am Elon Musk. I am Mark Zuckerberg. Everybody is thinking great about himself. Nobody acknowledges Krishna. When you know about Krishna, when you know about God, you know about his greatness, your greatness will become very small in front of him. Therefore, we don't want God in the picture because we'll become very small. We'll become very small in comparison. So, if you keep God in the picture, you will always be very humble because you'll become small. You'll become small. In Vrindavana, many of the Babajis and all of them, they just chant japa and stay in a corner. They say, Radhe Radhe Bolo, Chote Banke Raho. Just chant Radhe Radhe and be small and stay here and do your bhajan. I don't want anything. I only want Krishna's mercy. So when a person becomes a devotee, he gradually reduces his false ego. The more he understands who is Krishna, the more his love for Krishna, his bhakti develops, the humbler he can become and the purer he can become and the more he can reciprocate with Krishna. If you want to have a relationship with Krishna, You must be very humble. You cannot be proud. You cannot be proud. So this is your take home for today, this weekend on Kartik Mass. How to be humble and chant the holy name of the Lord. Amanina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. Amanina manadena. I will respect everybody else, but I don't deserve any respect. In this mood, I shall chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki.
Hare Krishna. Anybody have any questions? Any doubts? Please raise your hand or can answer questions. Anybody have? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Small doubt in this, like in Krishna, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that everybody emanates from him. We are the part and parcel of him. So like that, we are also the part and parcel of him in the Brahma Vimohana Leela. So Krishna expanded himself and others got attracted. So why we are not? We are also part and parcel of the Lord.
So the description is given that you are Krishna's energy and you are not energetic. Energy is coming from the energetic. So your part and parcel means you're part, you're not the whole. Right? So you may be in quality just like the Supreme Lord. Aham Brahmasmi. I am of the same quality and spirit, just like the Lord is spirit. But in quantity, Prabhupada explained, Krishna is unbelievably huge and you are small. So therefore, how can you be equal in terms of quantum? Right? So similarity does not mean equality. Similarity does not mean equality. We are all human beings. Therefore, I am Narendra Modi. Is it correct logic? That's the problem. We are all human beings. Narendra Modi ji, please, you understand, no? I am human being, you are human being. I want to sit in your chair. How is that logic? Similarity. We are all human beings. But you cannot be Narendra Modi. Why? You are different. You are an individual person. Even in ordinary life, you can see that. Similarly, Krishna is full spiritual personality, supreme personality. You are Anu. You are also a personality, small personality. You are also individual. You are also fully spiritual. You are completely dependent on the Lord. So the Lord can anytime change. He has the power. Right? So in this way, you must understand correctly. And many people misunderstand it to think that Krishna and me are same. God and me are same. It's a very wrong understanding. It is not mentioned in Bhagavad Gita.
Next, anybody else have any questions?
Yeah.
In this material world, one's wealth is determined by his past karma and the Lord sanctions it, right?
Go ahead, ask your question.
In that case, if someone is willing to chant more, is that dependent on some karma or just the sheer willingness? How is it sanctioned?
Yeah, your spiritual activity, your spiritual life is not happening by karma. Karma is mostly for your material activities, piety and all that. So your spiritual activity is an exercise of free will. It is akarma. It is beyond karma. It is explained in the Bhagavad Gita also. Karmano api bodhavyam cha vikarmanaha. Krishna is explaining that. So If we spend more time doing spiritual activity, devotional activity, then we will not do other types of mischief and create more karma for ourselves. Filling your life with more spiritual activity, devotional service will make you a very successful person. So if you decide to chant Hare Krishna, if you decide to sweep the floor in the temple, if you decide to collect some funds for the temple, new temple that's being built, if you decide to preach to somebody Krishna consciousness, if you decided to donate a Gita to somebody, sell a book of Prabhupada, all these things are by your free will, you're desiring to serve Krishna. And it is happening. It is very distinctly separate from all other activities. It is absolute truth activity. Activity connected with the supreme absolute truth, Krishna. Every other activity in the world is relative. It is karma based. Most of them, people in this world do that type of activity only. Even if it is good activity, it is karma. But this is not good, not bad. It is beyond good and bad, which is what everybody should do. It is transcendental activity. Akarma. So Bhagavad Gita is telling us, you must do this. Swalpam apiyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhaya. Even a little bit of this type of activity, if you do in your life, at least you will come back as a human being to continue doing it. Okay? Yes. Hare Krishna. Om Tat Sat.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Today, Sunday is Prashad sponsored by Vigneshwari Mataji and T.K. Mangalam, Mother of His Grace, Ganapati Vaishnava Prabhu. இந்த பிரசாதம் உபயோகித்தாளர்கள் விக்னேஸ்வரி மாதாஜி மற்றும் டி.கே. மங்களம் அவருடைய முதலாம் ஆண்டு நினைவாக திரு கணபதி வைஷ்ணவ பிரபு குடும்பத்தார் இந்த இரண்டு குடும்பங்களும் இன்றைய பிரசாத உபயோகித்தாளர்கள். ஆகவே அவருடைய ஆன்மீக வாழ்க்கை முன்னேற்றத்திற்காகவும் நாம் உற்சாகமாக இந்த ஹரே கிருஷ்ண மந்திரத்தை உச்சரிப்போம். ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா கிருஷ்ண கிருஷ்ணா ஹரே 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 ராம 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 ஹரே ஹரே. அடுத்ததாக இந்த கடந்த 8ஆம் தேதி 9ஆம் தேதி முதல் இந்த தாமோதர தீபோத்சவம் நடந்து வருகிறது. வருகின்ற மாதம் நவம்பர் மாதம் 8ஆம் தேதி இந்த தாமோதர மாதத்தின் இறுதி நாள். ஆகவே இந்த தாமோதர தீபோத்சவம் தங்கள் பகுதிகளிலோ தங்களது இல்லங்களிலோ நீங்கள் நடத்த விரும்பினால் எங்களை அணுகலாம். நாங்கள் தங்கள் இல்லங்களிலோ தங்களது பகுதிகளிலோ வந்து இந்த தாமோதர ஆரத்தி உற்சவத்தை நடத்தி கொடுக்க நாங்கள் தயாராக உள்ளோம். ஆகவே விரும்புமுறை பக்தர்கள் எங்களை அணுகி இந்த தாமோதர தீபோத்சவத்தை இறுதியாக நமது திருக்கோவிலுக்கு முதல் முறையாக பக்தர்கள் யாராவது வந்திருந்தால் தயவு செய்து இங்கே வருமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்கிறோம்.
Swami? Kosuva mama vadi solravanga. ஆஃப் ஆக மாட்டேங்குது ஆஃப் பண்ணி
Krishna Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaurabhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Last one, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Ram, Shri Prabhupada ki,
Discourse and the Sukuruகளாக மிக விமர்சையாக போராட்டமாக நடந்தது நாங்கள் அனைவரும் கண்டதை இந்த விநாயகருக்கு நிகழ்ச்சி பல தமிழ்நாடு தொண்டர்கள் செய்யப்படுகிறார். பல விஷயங்களை வாழ்க்கை செய்யப்படுறாங்க. நீங்க விருப்பப்பட்டவங்க தேவையான குறிப்பா நம்ம செயலிகள் ரொம்ப முக்கியமான செயலை மறுபடியும் மக்கள் நம்ம பகவான் ஜெகநாத செயல ரொம்ப இருக்கு. சமைப்பதற்கு காய்கறிகளுக்கு பாத்திரங்களை கழுவதற்கு இந்த ஞாயிறு சமைக்கிற தருவதற்கு இந்த விடுதலுக்கு பின்னாடி இந்த ஏரியாவை கிளீன் பண்றது, அதே மாதிரி குப்பன பாத்திரங்களை வாஷ் பண்றது, இந்த மாதிரி தன்னார்வ தொண்டர்கள் நமக்கு தேவைப்படுகிறார்கள். Anybody interested, please contact us. எங்களை நீங்கள் தொடர்பு கொண்டு நாங்கள் இந்த சேவையை நாங்கள் கேட்டுக்கொள்ளலாம். ஆகவே விருப்பப்படக்கூடிய மக்கள் ரசீதோடு பெயர்
You mean hey, that எங்க போயிட்டு டவுன்லோட் பண்றீங்க? You see the desktop area. If you do first Windows D, why did I close everything? You know what? My laptop is in Ashaya. I am sitting in Temple Hall. I am also using my
I think so. என்ன பண்ணலாம்? Wait. We'll tell you. Okay, you are doing something else. So first invitation for you only. எனக்கு தெரியாது ப்ரோ. என்ன சொன்னாலும் outside prasadam is going on. I am sacrificing prasadam. No. Let's complete this. Already some devotees would have slept. I thought they should reach the center. If I would have sent in the morning, they could have compared with the hospital. Yeah, I'll log in your system. Yeah. You show your screen. So I should send you the contacts Excel. This +91 should be there. This +91 should be there or should be removed. Plus should be removed. We have to add that like this or not necessary. Hey. Yeah, I'm sending that to some. It is some problem. Oh, file transfer. Okay, anyways, I sent it. Okay, so what is yours? ARABIND. Hey, Arvind, ARAIND-RF. Okay. அப்படி பண்ணலாமா? சாப்பிட்டீங்களா? Fruits. Hey, I have not yet stopped the streaming to